What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Facepool, US Ranger sniper, also known as Private Jackson from Saving Private Ryan. And this is the deluxe version. The single pack is still available, very cheap, at Gianttoy.com. I'll put the link down below. I searched around and I can't find anywhere else cheaper than Gianttoy, so they're going to be my go-to guys now from here on out when it comes to third party. Free shipping, and they got the tracking as well. I mean, you can pay for shipping unless you want it fast, but for the most part, if you want EMS with tracking, it's pretty much free. So yeah, definitely go check them out for the lowest prices for third party, and you can see it right here. So this is the only one available now at Gianttoy, the single pack, which is still a pretty good deal. I would even suggest, because it's $149. I mean, you can't beat that price for what you're getting. The deluxe pack, when it was available, it's around $220, which is still not bad, because the diorama is, as you guys know, anyone who knows me, I love diorama, so I'm all for that. But if you just want something to represent your Saving Private Ryan, I mean, unless it's Tom Hanks, the second logical would be this guy. You know, you can get Matt Damon, I guess, but to me, he is more impactful for me. I mean, I can remember those days when Saving Private Ryan was shown. There was Call of Duty, you know, that D-Day. Then right after that, I was playing Counter-Strike. So for those who are old guys out there who was playing Counter-Strike in the late 90s, early 2000s, everyone was using that sniper rifle because of this guy. So, but he comes with tons of accessories, you know, and those accessories are pretty good. So shout out to Facepool as well. You know, they pulled this off. This is my first military figure. Probably wouldn't be my last. Love this figure right here. I know they're coming up with Private Ryan. It's a different name. I'll put the link down below for that as well. And I'm probably going to pick that up at Gianttoy. I missed that boat on Tom Hanks, but I love this. You know, there's a lot of guns. As you can see, there's a lot of accessories. As usual, anyone who handled like third party, the biggest, I would say, opportunity for third parties, their hands. They're a bit shiny and plasticky, but this one right here, at least it kind of matches the skin tone. I would say that, because some of them doesn't even match, and you know, you gotta use a Hot Toys hand. But for this one, it's okay. It's doable. Still not ideal, you know, they still can improve, but it's not bad. And as far as the diorama, the bell tower, so this is towards the end part of the movie when he was just up there, you know, signaling Tiger Tank and all that stuff. This is to recreate that scene, and I'm a sucker for diorama. Just am. And this one is made out of resin. It has some weight to it. And the beauty of these dioramas is that you don't need to use them specifically for this figure. Like if you do into photography, they would work for other scenes, you know, Lord of the Rings, whatever the case is, Avengers and all that stuff. So it could work. Now, if you buy the special edition, the diorama one, which they're not available now, you get this extra head sculpt as well, which is, there's a bit more expression to it. But really, you're not buying it for that. I mean, even if they didn't include that, that's just a bonus. I don't think it adds too much value, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it's nice. It's nice that it's included. But this diorama, you take this out, and it's nicely painted. Very nice. It's hard to get off as well. So you can see me struggling a bit in here, and it's painted really nicely. Well, we're going to take a closer look with this diorama. It's a bit tall. No, not really. I think it's shorter than an actual figure, because the idea is for him to sit on that ledge, and you can see the shingles on the bottom part here. So this is, you know, like the bell tower when he was sitting and just sniping those soldiers left and right. And that was just an amazing scene. And he was, you know, saying Bible verses and all that stuff. Beautiful. I mean, I love that movie. So, and this is one of those figures that most likely, if anything, maybe Damn Toys would do. I highly doubt it though. I highly doubt like Hot Toys or something like that would touch this. So I know DID makes some, but Facepool, you know, I can't go wrong with that. And let's take a look at the accessories here. You can see the hands. It's still a bit shiny, you know, compared to the Hot Toys. And some of them are just not exactly polished. But for $149, I'm not really gonna complain that much. Just pointing it out. I'm not even complaining. You got some. I believe this is this the 1911 he does have. Yep. And then you got the holster, which is, you know, a lot better than some of the holsters that I got from Hot Toys. This is leatherish. You can close it with a tab, and you know, nicely painted 1911 here. Beautiful. You can even take out the magazine, so that works as well. It's nice. It's a beautiful piece, and you got the that right here. I don't like the how they these kind of metal tabs. I'm not a big fan of that. So maybe, you know, Facepool, if you guys are watching, maybe change that in the future. You got some, you know, some water cantina here, and this is where they put the soup or, you know, coffee or whatever it is that they're gonna eat or drink. It's become binoculars, nicely detailed as well, nicely done. This is made out of plastic, but there's some leatherish material out there that might or might not peel over time. And this, at first, I thought this was a like a bazooka or something, but apparently that's where you put in his scope. And you got some helmet here, which is beautifully done as well. Like the attention to detail for, again, I can't stress out the price because it's $149. It's one of the cheaper third party, and it comes with all these accessories. I don't even know what you call this sniper rifle. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. I know I got some gunheads who watches this. You guys know who you are. But yeah, this is beautiful, and that's the scope. So you can kind of interchange the scope. They actually fall off quite easily, so you know it's not a big deal. This is some pouches, I'm guessing, for his ammo pouches that you have to attach to the vest. And we got some pouches in here as well, you know, several pouches here that you gotta attach. So the beauty of this figure is that most of his accessories, you got the shovel, is included with him, so nothing really stays in the box. So everything is with him, and you see this vest right here. And let me tell you right now, those ammo pouches are a pain to insert here. They did provide, Facepool did provide an instruction, like a picture manual. It did made it easier, I can tell you that, because you got to loop them in those small holes. And yeah, that was a bit rough. It took me a while. I wasn't used to that. I wish they would have just been included. I don't know what the advantages of not it being attached. And you got some Rangers patch, which I don't know where to put, some bullet shells, and his dog tag, which is, you know, he kisses this, I believe, every time that he was in him trying to shoot someone on the rooftop or the bell tower. I don't know if you can see it here, but it actually engraved there, Daniel Jackson. So that is pretty awesome. That is attention to detail right there. Kudos to Facepool. And boots, look at that. It's not sculpted. It is not plastic. So that's definitely a plus. Moving up here, nicely tailored, I would say. You know, like the uniform, how it looks, and you can tell I finally found a way to loop in those those ammo pouches. Maybe it's just me, but it's and this one too, you know, like they are different, and I would give credit to Facepool though, because they explained to me that it wasn't accurate, because the picture in the box is a bit different from the figure that I've gotten. So if you're gonna buy this, once you open the figure up and notice that, hey, those buckles were not there, how come that's the case? And I contacted Facepool, and they replied quickly, and they mentioned that it was not accurate, so they kind of fixed it. But you know, of course, look at that. This is the box, as I was showing you. Even that canister that's on his back, it's kind of like dripping off on his shoulders, as you can see there, but that's not the case. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, you know. So if you guys have this figure, let me know. But it's not the case, because you can see there, it's like there's like tucked into that loop, and it looks like the green part where it's supposed to loop inside is longer compared to here, which doesn't really have that. So I don't know if it's just my copy of the figure or that's really the case. And going down here, this is the metallic, this is magnetic, by the way, so which is pretty cool. There's no tabs, nothing you have to break here. And the holster is, you know, you loop it in, and there's two metals that kind of holds it in place. So that's nice. And even on the boots, real laces. Wow, I haven't seen this since the first Gandalf from Asmus, and that was a long time ago. It's like 5 years ago. And going up here, like I mentioned earlier, the tailoring is, you know, well done, especially for a military uniform like this. There's a lot of pouches and all that stuff, so it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. And it's you can see on the back right here, you got the shovel as well, and the cantina. Nice, beautiful there. And that's, I don't think that's no, these are what do you call that, Velcro on the back. But yeah, that kind of like goes out of place. That's why I'm not a big fan of it, but it has to work somehow, right? So, you know, that's, I guess that's the easiest way. And if you are, again, this is my first military figure, so maybe that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble, you know. But so far it looks great. Looks great right here going up. And those pouches, again, they didn't give you any instructions whatsoever, so you kind of have to rely on the pictures on where to put those pouches. And again, those are the top side. Again, on the pictures it looks like it's closed, but it's not, you know. So you know, you just gotta figure it out yourself. And as far as the likeness is concerned, Facepool is known for their faces. That's why their name is Facepool, with expression. The likeness is not bad. It's not great. It's not the best. It's not, I wouldn't say it's 10 out of 10. Maybe the eyes of this one. The Private Jackson's eye. I forgot the name of the actual actor. But his eyes are kind of expressive. You know, they're kind of big and round. With him, with this guy right here, it looks like he has some, you know, some eye bags at the end. And it's a different color. But you can see it. You'll know who he is. You know, I wouldn't say it's completely off. I wouldn't say it's 100% spot on as well, but it's a good likeness. Let's put it that way. And the helmet is, you know, it fits perfectly. Can you buckle those, if that's your question? Yes, you could, but in the movie he never did. I should really cut off that hanging piece of thread right there. But it is nice. It is really nice. You swing it around here. See that, and this is the first expression. This is the default one. If you buy the single pack, which is, that's the only one available right now, this is what you're gonna get. And I think it looks pretty good. You know, the hair may not be that accurate, but most of us are gonna display him with the helmet anyway. And if you get the second version, you get the screaming head sculpt. But I'd say it's a pretty good 7 out of 10, you know, or maybe even 8 out of 10 on a good day. You know, it's there. The shape of the face is there. The nose, the eyes, maybe that's the one that maybe could have improved. But like I mentioned earlier, in the hair, you know, you see the seam on the top of the head there, but it doesn't really bother me. You got to know your expectations here, and I'm fully aware of that, because when I saw the pictures, I was completely satisfied. And when I got this, I was like, you know what? Even the nose, you know, like his nostrils and all that stuff, it does, I would say, it does give justice to the actual actor itself. And now let's take a look at the, and I think this is the inspiration for that second head sculpt. And let's just, you know, I can't find any pictures that are, you know, but you know what, you get what I mean here. You know, it's kind of cut off. It's a still from the movie, but it's there. Like the other one, it's there. You know, the expression, the mouth is open, a few teeth is showing, so it is quite nice. You know, again, not 100% spot on, but it's not terrible likeness as well. And this is just a great comparison here. So there is a big difference, not massive, but there's a difference. You can see the expression on his face, and Facepool is known for that, like giving expression. And that's pretty cool. You know, you don't have to always have that stoic look. And but you know what? Even if you do, he's a sniper. You know, his face is gonna be covered when you pose him nicely, and you could pose him in different ways, because his outfit is, you know, fabric. It's not one of those stretchy suits that you are concerned that it's gonna be damaged over time. That's not the case here. And going around here, I would say it's a beautiful looking figure, man. beautiful looking. Yeah, the hair again, it's different shades there of brown. I didn't really see his hair that much on the movie. Maybe on that scene, even not on that scene, the one that I showed you, it's cut off on his forehead, so I don't really have any source material there. So you can put his helmet on, which is, it looks great when he got that on. So I think it resembles better. And this is the opening scene when they were D-Day. You know, they just landed. Man, one of the best scenes ever. Also, I remember anytime that I see this, I remember the stage on Call of Duty when the door just opens, bullets just flying all over you. This is back in the day, though, not the Call of Duty that we know now, like the Cold War. When it was World War II, beautiful scene. That's all I remember every time I see this scene. And with the looks for this figure as well, you can take out the vest. There's so many looks that you can have him pull off. And here he is on top of that bell tower. So you can see here, just sniping, you know, just scoping someone. Man, I love these figures, man. I'm a bit upset that I just discovered them, because I always didn't like the notion that it's like, oh, it's not gonna mix up with some of my figures. I'm mostly like superheroes and such. But I love Saving Private Ryan so much, and you know, it's like, I was like, decided, why not? Yeah, I saw it on Gianttoy for $150. This one's $230, but the single pack is still $150. I was like, yeah, why not? You know, what's the worst thing that could happen? There's more expensive third-party figures out there, and I'm glad I jumped. You know, and look at that bell tower right there. That is beautiful. You know, like I took some photos of this one. If you change the background of your pictures, not this, because you know he's in a bell tower and he's just at the bottom here. So it doesn't need to be a bell tower. It could be just you know, any structure that was just broken if you don't go down, because if you look at the bottom you can see some roof shingles in there. But it is quite nice. You know, if you got John Wick, you can have him hiding on the side. You know, endless possibilities here, and it could fit on the D12 as well. So that's the beauty of this thing. It's a bit heavy though, not too heavy to a point where you are going to be concerned on the glass of that D12. I wouldn't say that's the case, because I've seen some people put statues inside the D12. So I don't think this is as heavy as a statue. Maybe 3 pounds, maybe even less, you know, 3 or 4 pounds perhaps. And one last pose here, you know, like him sniping down, and he's on top. If you remember in that movie, anytime that they pan on him on the top, you just see white. There's no clouds, nothing. So I just decided to put some clouds in his back. I don't know if you can witness, but the clouds are actually a bit moving here, very slowly, if I might add. But there you go, guys. This is Private Jackson from Saving Private Ryan. You can call him Facepool, whatever the number is, but we know who he is. I highly recommend this figure, especially for the price. For $150, you don't need the bell tower. You don't. It's me. You know, it's just on me. Hit him up for $150. And if you're a Saving Private Ryan fan, you owe it to yourself to get the sniper. You know, it's if you love that movie, at some point or another, you got inspired by this guy to play, I don't know, Call of Duty or any other thing and be a sniper, which is an awesome feeling if you can hit someone. But yeah, I can't recommend this enough. With the weapons, the head sculpt, the overall look, the posability, the amount of things that you could do for that price. And you wouldn't be worried about this being damaged, like I mentioned earlier. So you can, even if you do damage this, let's say you are pretty rough with him, losing 150 is, you know, it's an easier pill to swallow than messing up a $300 figure. So, but again, guys, thank you for watching. If you like this kind of video, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're looking for third-party figures, head over to Gianttoy.com. I'll put the link down below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.